What is your why? Do you want dynamic growth? Do you feel stuck? It's time to fix your why.
Welcome to the Fix Your Why podcast. I'm Billy Ryan. Today, we're going to address the question, why fix your why? Why fix? Actually, that question came to me interviewing one of my guests on a previous podcast. She actually asked me that question, why fix it? It's a fair question. I don't want to presume that anyone's why is broken. In my work, I found that a lot of people can't really express their why, which that's fine. We might focus a lot on how we do the things we do, and that might be a differentiator. But as expressed in a previous episode, Darren Harding talks about someone who has a hot, compelling why will always outcompete and be better than someone who's good at doing the how. That why can be a critical differentiator. It can be that inspiration that pushes you to innovate at a higher level, to work harder than your competition, to, like the Ritz-Carlton, serve the customer in a different and elevated way. So I do believe if you can understand your why effectively, if that can motivate your choices and decision making, I do believe it can be a differentiator in your business and in your life. As I've said previously, fixing your why really has two different dimensions to it. One dimension is to cycle through your understanding of what your why is. That might mean you're trying to fix something that's broken, may not necessarily be broken. The other fix is, again, that sense of navigation, to set your sights on a future state that you've imagined, to advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. Both levels of fix your why, I think, are critical. And I like to think about cycling through find your why, know your why, understand your why. There's an iteration there. There's a cycle of understanding that I think can reveal ways to compete in the marketplace that'll make you better than your competition. It'll help you understand the value of what you're delivering in a more significant way. And I also believe that as we travel that path to differentiation, that each iteration is an opportunity to understand in finer detail what that why is that drives us. When I was running my family's business, there were a couple whys that drove me. I was expressly intent on being the best home builder in Chicago, but there was another part of me. I was a warrior. I had a chip on my shoulder. I was out to prove that I had value. Now, let that sink in a bit, because when you're out to prove you have value, you're saying you're not enough. Today, as I'm a seasoned business person, it's very important, and I tell everybody, you're enough. You have to recognize that you're enough. You've got to accept that you're human, you will make mistakes in life. Give yourself the grace and space to move on from a lesson that you've learned. But when you fix your why, when you envision that future state you want for yourself and for your company, you have to be committed to something specific and measurable. It's not enough to say, I want to be the best, even though that was something that I said to myself and drove me to differentiate and to compete at a high level. But the more specific and measurable you can get with your future state destination, the more effective you will be at creating and innovating. We've talked a lot about leadership in the Fix Your Why podcast. and the importance of inspiring the people that you lead to focus on differentiation and achievement at a very high level. What's it going to take to deliver value to your team and to inspire your team to achieve at a very high level? It's a mission for you as a leader. So your why as a company may differentiate you in the marketplace, but your why as a leader will make you different for the people that you're leading. To inspire the people you lead, you personally have to understand your why. For me, I wanted my leadership model to be based on being the best that I could be. I wanted to value each team member and each creative with whom I collaborated. I knew that if I elevated the people with whom I collaborated, that I would get the best work from them, and hence my company would achieve at a much higher level. You can have a lot of fun with Fix Your Why. In a way, in the creation of this business now, that Fix Your Why Enterprise, and the book that I wrote, I stumbled on some things that I've been able to define more clearly. I took them for granted when I achieved at a high level, when I was leading my family's home building business. But today I'm very clear on how I employed certain tools and certain life hacks to be a better person and be a better leader. And that's what the Fix Your Why podcast is all about. I want to share my experiences and my stories so that you can achieve at a much higher level, doing what you do when you're work doing and living a life of real significance. This is the Fix Your Why podcast, and I'm Billy Ryan. Until next time, have a great life.